Oh. Hello, everybody. It is your friend, CryptoFace. And tonight, we are going to talk about a story, I guess. And it's a tough story for me to it's tough for me to talk about because I'm reading some messages between me and Davinci from October 2019 at our Bali trip, the little financial summit with like Tone Vase and them. And after I gave my presentation, he actually sent me a message, and I'm not gonna show this whole video. I'm not gonna show like any personal conversation. I don't believe in doing that. I'll tell you what he said. October 23rd, he said, "Hey, we need to talk about what happened in your presentation today with Tone Vase. I want to give you some advice that you can use both in trading and in life." And that's pretty cool. And we chatted on the beach before dinner that night. And yeah. Also on that trip, we went on a little booze cruise, and me and Davinci sitting down, shooting the jazz, drinking. He was translating. I was talking with his wife a little bit too, and she didn't speak English. He was translating back and forth, shooting the jazz, and we had a good time. And we don't really chat on the regularly or anything. I wouldn't necessarily could say we're friends, but we were friendly, and it is that reason why my heart is broken. Da Vinci broke my heart. And by the end of this video, I don't believe there's any room for doubt that it's just a mistake, because the proof is there, and he's the only one who claims that thinking it's this rock and brainer thing isn't an exact copy of the few public indicators of market cipher that were accidentally published years ago in the beginning. So I guess let's just we'll just go ahead and start. Market cipher became public, gosh, I think in 2018. I can't believe it's been like 4 years. And on TradingView, when you publish a script, you have the option to publish it privately, where you can, unlock it for people, or publicly, where everyone can have access to it. And actually, in the beginning, the mistakes were made where a couple of the indicators were published publicly. And once something is published on TradingView, it cannot be taken down no matter what you do. I mean, it's no matter what, TradingView will not take it down. Doesn't matter what it is. And so many of the market cipher ripoffs or copycats use the few public scripts that are out there, and try to copy the rest of the stuff or do their own thing. And after about the fifth ban that TradingView did on people trying to copy. They basically said, we're not doing anymore. We're not gonna. It's too much because Market Cypher's got to be, if not number one, top two, top three selling indicator systems. Absolutely in crypto. We're definitely number one in crypto, but in all of trading these past couple years. And we came to the conclusion, you know what? We're going to beat our competition by just providing a better product, better service, better support, and we're always going to try to be a step ahead. And we have been a step ahead. And I'm always working to try to make Market Cypher better. Anyways, in 2019, I went to the Tone Bay's Little Bali Summit thing, and a couple of the guys there, when I did my presentation, like Tone Bay's and a couple other guys, like the old goat guy, whatever. Some say they went a little hard on me. Tone actually came up and apologized to me afterwards. And I was like, dude, it's totally cool. Like, I had a blast. That hour was, that presentation was so fun. In fact, 2 or 3 of the people there surprised me and actually came up to explain and defend Market Cypher during the presentation. I didn't even know they were fans of it. It was so cool. It was so cool. I actually believe the presentation is out there. It might be on Tone's channel, so you can go check it out and see for yourself. But anyways, gave the presentation. Everyone at that summit got like 6-month free membership to Market Cypher. And yeah, that was that. I believe like a month afterwards, or a couple weeks afterwards, I think I noticed that on Tone Bay's indicator, he added he added like some symbols that were kind of similar. And I'm not saying Tone Bay's copied Market Cypher, but I think he just saw a couple things that he thought he got a couple good ideas that from Market Cypher, and tried to make his indicator a little better, and more power to him. But what we're talking about here with Davinci and this Rock'em Brainer's totally different story. So, Exhibit 1, I guess proof that the whole summit thing happened. This is actually a picture of me and Davinci. This is Davinci putting his arm around me. I think I'm going to cut my hair again. Nice tan and everything. I think it's time to cut my hair again. But this is me and Davinci. Breaks my heart. God. This was actually, this was where me and him chatted, actually, before this picture about, he thought my presentation went horrible. I was like, what? I thought it was great. So let's cut to the chase. Let's just cut to the chase. Let's start with this bottom picture down here. Exhibit B. This is a picture from his video from like a week ago about the #1 indicator in the world, and this is the Rock'em Brainer indicator. And if you zoom in here, okay, look at these waves. You see, this is and they're just the guy just changed the colors. This is the VWAP, but it's blue here, and these are our momentum waves, and apparently they're gray. And if you go to the same time with Market Cypher, it's exactly the same. It's copy paste, straight copy paste, right? Back and forth here. Bada bing. Okay, there's that. And bada boo. In fact, let's try to let's do this. uh, you know, and make up your own mind, right? So after and I spoke with Davinci after this video. I messaged him on Telegram. I'm not going to show that conversation. I don't believe in doing that. And I told him how this rockin' loser, where he got the script and that it's public and that he's copy pasted. And he said, well, what about, you know, how's it going? What can you give me the code? Give me the code and I can look at the code. And you don't, number one, I'm not going to give you the code. That's the last thing I'm going to do. Number two, you don't need to see the code when you see the charts. So after this, in his next video, he does not show these waves, and he says he's only going to be using and showing the buy and sell. It's hard to see, but there's a buy. This guy rockin' jerk added a buy and sell indication. Now let's talk about buy and sell indicators. Buy and sell indicators are the cheap snake oil way to take advantage of new traders or any traders thinking they can just solely rely on it. And the reason why they do that is because they never show you live, and they only choose time frames that look good in the past. Buy and sell indicators, not saying that they can't give you some good entries and exits, but they eventually get you wrecked. And looking at the past is completely different than doing it live. 100% different. And it makes you reliant. Now, if you look at these sell indications at Exhibit A here, they just so happen to be blood diamonds and red diamonds. And what this guy did is he mixed a couple of our wave crossings, VWAP crossings. So when there's a blood diamond and a crossing of their EMA, he just used the copy and pasted indicators, blood diamond and a couple other little crossings with our momentum waves and VWAP to spit out a sell signal. Same thing on the buy side. Just use the cross up. I'm not going to go into exactly. It's like the news telling people, this is how you make a homemade bomb. Now, knowing this, Davinci still choosing to promote Rockin' Brainer. And he has every right to. But when I, for example, with our spider lines, from day one, I've always said that I did not come up with the original spider line idea. I got it from someone else. I definitely totally expanded it. It was one, the guy drew one pendulum line, and I was like, that line seemed to work. Let me draw more. And we took it to a whole new level. But I did not start that idea. I took that from someone else, the beginning of it, and I expanded on it. That is not what is happening here. Also, our yellow X's, for example, right? We have our, the 4 yellow X strategy. Let me actually pull up a little chart here. The manipulation, whale danger, yellow X's, right? People, this code is not public. Neither is the DBSI and pretty much everything else. People try to copy it. Now, let's go ahead and first let's take a look at, the Market Cipher website. Here you go. You see the colors and the logo, and there's Flop and Groper. My brother does some tutorials, risk calculator, all kinds of stuff. Right? We're the official sponsor of Platinum Mike Perry. By the way, his fight's coming up February. We're going to be sponsoring him again. So, I hate to give him the publicity. But let's go ahead and go to Rockin' Weirdo's website here. Oh, interesting colors there. Oh, shit. Oh, boy, what do we see here? Oh, they put little X's in different places. That's cool. Okay, they added their own couple little things here. Let's, you know what else? Okay, nothing here. Look at this great website. All right, let's see it live. Let's see Rockin' Brainer live. Oh, this is cool. This isn't live. Bitcoin's price 46,346. These waves are taken. I went to these exact time, and it's different. This guy is clever in that he took different times of waves and pasted it, and this is just a little like GIF movement. This is not live. Obviously, you can just see by the prices. Anyways. Oh, what do we see here? Stop hunting yellow X's. Out of all the shapes, sizes, colors, letters, you couldn't have chose a different one. This. Oh my God. There's many copycats in other people that have tried to copy Market Cipher and done a much better job at this. Let alone charge way less, which we're going to get into that too. Anyways, so let's read this story. I want to read this story because, in my opinion, just by reading this story, any normal person in this space with any type of experience, even no experience, should realize that this guy isn't probably someone that you want to do business with or be in bed with or buy from. But anyways, you can make up your own mind. Let's begin. Rockin' Brainer. It was created out of despair. Bull Run was here again, and I was ready to use all my knowledge from the previous one. It was going great. I had all kinds of tools and indicators. I learned all the strategies that I came by, and I was killing it. Until I burned out. It happens. I lost my... I'm actually making this sound better from reading it well. I lost confidence in my skills, and all of a sudden, I was below zero. I was still doing great analysis and gave great lessons, but trade was against me. Literally. Rules changed overnight. My strategies weren't working. The tools I used were used by everyone. YouTube and Twitter made trading crypto even more volatile, and I kept making mistakes. I blamed the indicators for missing one or another thing. One night, my best friend suggested to make my own. He quit his job at that time to work with me. So I sat down, put myself in the position of a newborn trader, and asked myself, what is important on this chart? And here it is, made for us to share with you. Now, a little has to be said about this, but one of the things that stands out that we always talk about is learning to blame yourself. When you blame anything else, other people, your indicators, you must blame yourself. You cannot place blame on others, or you will always make the same mistakes. out of nowhere, this guy, so for the very indicator, which is Market Cipher, our system that he blames, if it is so bad, why are you copy and pasting? And if Market Cipher is to blame, then why are you copying it? Man. And I asked Davinci, I was like, listen, bro, did this guy reach out to you? Did you, who, obviously, here's what it's, and I know it's mixed with some ego. You know, I'll tell you, here's the thing is, there's a couple groups that don't like me. And that is okay. I know with like Tone Vase and them, I mean, I guess they were kind of looking for something, and as soon as they saw this stupid Reddit post that tries to say that I stole Market Cipher from Lazy Bear and 3 other people, so many people have tried to claim that I stole Market Cipher, yet no one was willing to look at the proof of the logs of Market Cipher being built. When it came down to me showing them proof, seeing the comments on these other guys' trading views, people asking them, can you make this look like Market Cipher? And then it changing. The proof has been there, and I've offered it. And everyone, the people, they refused. And even then, like, what some of these guys are trying to accuse me of, they, in fact, are actually guilty of. Not me. And so I believe there is ego disdain there. And when I laid all this out to Davinci, he spun his wheels and would make up every little, he would come up with little questions, come up with just spinning his wheels. I'm like, listen, man, I'm only going to try to say, so if you don't believe me, then what you're saying is, I stole Market Cipher from this rockin' brainer guy. Right? Or it's just one mega insane coincidence that this random guy just made the indicator and it's just somehow exactly like Market Cipher with a couple little hidden twists that they tried to add with buy and sell bullshit and a couple things crossing. I wanted to believe that Davinci doesn't remember the presentation, never really saw Market Cipher afterwards, but I can't really believe it because I in person gave him a presentation of Market Cipher. It is the #1 selling indicator in crypto, if not in all of trading in the past two or 3 years. And so I can't really buy the playing dumb thing. I don't buy it. And I tried to give him every out. I even said, Davinci, listen, if any one of your people bought this fucking ripoff, which is priced like even 3 times more, at first they had it at $2,500 a year. After me and Davinci talked, they actually added a $300 a month option. So sales must not be doing that well. They must not have fooled too many people. And you know, if you him showing just the buy sell indicator, there's still you're nah, man. I told him that when I told him what he said, I'm not selling it, I'm promoting it. It's the same thing. Broke my heart. And in our conversation, he kept making it seem like I wanted something from him. What do you want from me? I don't, and I told him, I said, Davinci, I don't want anything from you. In fact, it's actually better for me if you promote this. It makes Market Cipher look that much stronger. People, the newer people know it's it's makes it that much more legit. I'm trying to save you from the embarrassment because a small part of me thinks that you're just making an innocent mistake, but it's not. It's not an innocent mistake. What it is it's him getting conned a little bit, and he knows it's an ego issue where, listen, I know I'm kind of a wildcat sometimes, and it's something I should work on, kind of. I say things I shouldn't. I can understand people not wanting to be associated with my brand. But if he came to me, or if anyone else came to me and said, you know what, Crypto, I don't like you or your brand, but you have the best indicator in the world. Can we figure something out? I'm sure we could do our best to figure something out. And if you're going to promote something that is a copy of Market Cipher, at least give it credit. Say, you know what, this is CryptoFace, this is Market Cipher, but we're doing our own shit with it. At least say that. Even the Market Cipher ripoffs, the other ones, were even saying, like, what the hell, man? So to me, it's sociopathic. To me, I would say, to anyone else, don't trust them. Because the proof is there, and everyone knows, but everyone sees it but him. And this, why you'd be so willing to ruin your reputation like that? Why, man? Why? I don't think it's people are gonna assume that you're broke. To me, like in his first video talking about the indicator, it almost seemed like, and I'm saying this in the most non-offensive way, I was a little almost worried about his health. Like it almost seemed like, it's hard for me to say this. It's like, was there like a mini stroke or something? Is he a little senile? And but the next video he seemed totally fine. I think he felt more comfortable hiding these waves. I don't know. Maybe he was just having a bad day. I don't know, but I'm a forgiving guy, and I think I'm too forgiving. And I told my community when we found out about this, I was like, listen, if you're gonna go say something, don't go overboard. Don't death threat. Don't do anything crazy, because that's way overboard. But you do reap what you sow, and my kindness and my patience only goes so far. And I spent hours talking with him, trying to, and he just doesn't want to believe it. I don't know. I don't know. And like I said, I know that there's a couple groups of people that he talks to that don't like me, and that's okay. But this ain't hurting me or Market Cipher. It's hurting you, man. And even in this video, I think I'm taking it. People, it's I would love to. No, well, I wouldn't love to, but part of me thinks I should, in the thumbnail, fucking scammer, fraud, Market Cipher fraud. Davinci is a fraud. Here it is. Here's your face. But I'm not that type of guy. And when I look at our past messages, when you messaged me wanting to think you could give me a little advice, that was cool. And man, I hope you turn around, and I'm not gonna text you back and forth going over in circles. And I do think you've seen Market Cipher, you know what it looks like. I've showed it to you personally, and I know you've seen it. And if not, you've seen it now. The proof is right in front of you on the screen. There is no if, ands, or buts. There's no beating around the bush, man. I try to be cool with everybody. Want to be cool with everybody. I think life is too short. And we could have figured something out. I don't know if we can now in the future. You know. But there's always a way to, when you lie, it becomes a part of your future. Truth, when you tell the truth, when you live the truth, it becomes part of your past. Even the name, the Rockin' Brainer, it's the same even vowels. Everyone knows Flop and Groper, Market Cipher, Rockin' Brainer. He even stole my brother's name pretty much. So, I guess that's all I got to say.